The Community Education Channel presents Community View, a closer look inside community issues that matter. It's a glimpse, a preview, bringing public perception to light on local community issues that make a difference. Hello and welcome to Community View. I'm Melissa Anderson. Fundraising during COVID-19 has been a challenge for many nonprofit organizations. However, people have become very innovative by using virtual methods. With me today to talk about how this has worked even well so far is Suzanne Leonelli, who is the CEO of Roots for Kids. Welcome, Suzanne. I always say Roots, but it's Root for Kids. Thanks for being here and joining us today.
Thank you.
You did a virtual event. Tell us about that and how well that was taken off during this COVID-19.
Absolutely. Well, we went into 2020 thinking this was going to be a huge year for us.
Yeah.
Last year, we sold out our gala in a month, and so we switched venues this year. We were anticipating about 400 to 500 attendees, and then boom, COVID hit us. And we had to rethink how we were going to do that. And, you know, I am so proud of my staff, because a lot of people would just throw their hands up and say, we can't do it, we're going to pass this year, we'll wait till next year. But our staff was so innovative, they were so creative when it came to putting together the gala. So what we did this year is we had the Secret Garden Gala home edition. So we invited people to host garden parties at their home, and at the time it was limited to 10 people at a gathering. So they could purchase dinner parties, and we had two different price points for the dinner parties. They purchased the dinner parties, and we worked with local businesses to provide the meals for their dinners. We put together party boxes, and they had centerpieces, they had arts and crafts that our little kiddos made for them. They had stories, a collection of stories from different successes of our families. And we did a live virtual gala. Everybody tuned in to a Zoom format. And then I was one of those individuals who kind of popped around from different party to different parties. We had over 25 different parties that were hosted, spread out across the state, and we even had one in Idaho, which was way super cool. Wow. We had about 3 up in Salt Lake, but most of them were here. So I was able to kind of pop around, and we would do live remotes from the different parties and get a sense and a feel of how people were hosting their parties. Some people had competitions, some people just had the opportunity to get together and just visit. Other people dressed up real formal in like gowns and tuxes. Mm-hmm. So it was really fun to see all the different creative approaches.
So using that methodology, did you raise as much money as you would have if you had an event with 500 people?
No, we did not.
Right.
But we did not spend as much money either. So we were able to cut a lot of costs. Like one of the things that we always do every year is a video. And typically we outsource that and have some company do that for us. This year we did it in-house with our own staff and our own stories. And it worked out great. We cut the cost. But we didn't feel like we were in a position to really hit up local businesses like we historically do for our silent and live auctions. We didn't have as many opportunities for people, but that was a decision that we made because we know businesses are struggling as well,
right,
like we are. So we set a goal, and we actually reached that goal, and we surpassed it by $10,000.
Awesome.
So we were happy with that, but it wasn't the typical amount that we would have made at a gala.
Right, so it can be done. Now,
absolutely.
How is this, will this be used? Are you able to have your clients, and for those who don't know, I should have said this at the very beginning, what is Root for Kids, and are your clients able to come back to the location?
Oh, okay. So Root for Kids is a local nonprofit. We've been around for 27 years. We pride ourselves on optimal child development. So we work with families to ensure that their child, wherever they are developing optimally based on their developmental situation. So we do a lot of home-based programming. We have 4 offices. We have our main one here in St. George. We have an office in Beaver Dam, one in Colorado City, and one in Laverkin. We serve families in Washington County and along the Arizona Strip. And it's for pregnant women and children who are up to age 5.
And this has been a great help for people who kind of fall through the cracks and don't know where to go. How can people help you and reach out to your organization?
Absolutely. What we recognize, and our staff know this so well, this is just because we as a community or a nation are in crisis does not mean our children stop developing. And when you think about this pandemic, it's been going on for 7 months now. We have such a small window of opportunity to impact children's lives. Birth to 3, 85% of brain development occurs within that time. You strip away 7 months from us, you know, a child can develop without any type of influence, which is not a good thing. So we've been fortunate where we have not had to shut our doors. We've continued to keep all of our employees. We continue to do home visits. It just looks different. Instead of going into the homes now, we do our visits virtually. So we have mom and baby on a virtual platform, either through an iPad, computer, or a phone, and we're on the other side at either a home or our office, and we're doing our home visits that way. We still continue to deliver diapers. We do that in a safe way. We leave them on the doorstep, but our families still need diapers. They still need food. So we make sure they still have those resources. Unfortunately, like I said, we have not had to cut services. In fact, we've been able to expand services to families that we wouldn't have historically been able to do because of COVID-19.
And so I expect that people can still drop off donations and or they can give finances, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We definitely are desperate for diapers. That's something that we use. We spend about $25,000 a year on diapers. The other thing that we're seeing that we need a lot of right now is our families don't necessarily have access to technology. So if people have old cell phones laying around that are just collecting dust, or iPads, you know, we would love to repurpose those and give those to our families so that we can continue that communication through those type of devices.
Well, that's wonderful. I hope that people do see, you know, your cause here. It's a worthy cause, and I'm glad you were able to adapt, because it's been very difficult. Haven't had one of these shows in months.
Yes.
We're 6 feet apart, right? Thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us. I appreciate you
And can I
and your
just
efforts.
Can I also say that we have one more fundraising event coming up December
yes.
14th, which is our annual radiothon, which is sponsored by Red Rock Broadcasting. So that's another way that we can get the community involved in helping to support our agency and donating diapers. We're still trying to figure out what that's going to look like, but it is set for December 14th.
Okay, so be sure to be looking for that then.
Yes.
Okay, in
Yes,
December. All
December.
right, thank you so much, Suzanne. Thanks, have a great day.